Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shrudasmriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Samartha Jana Kalyane Naradam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Pranadosmyaham Satgurum Pranadosmyaham. So we have seen in Vivekachudamani, we have seen the slokas up to 28. To summarize that quickly, the first Shankaracharya points out to us how lucky we are, how fortunate we are to have this human body. And then he talks about the glorification of the human body, and then the path in the human body, Manushattam, Mumukshuttam, and Mahapurusha Samsaya. So out of the for a human, these three things are very rare. Out of all the humans, these things are very rare. One who acquire Manushattam, then the Mumukshuttam, Moksha, then Mahapurusha Samsaya. One will become a devotee, or one will be able to get the blessing of a guru. These things are very rare. And then he talks about the Sādhana-catuṣṭaya, 4 different qualifications one should acquire. Those are Viveka, Vairāgyam, Vairāgyaha, Mumukshutvam, Samadhi Shakka Sampata. In order, Vivekaha, Vairāgyaha, Samadhi Shakka Sampata, Mumukshutvam. So Viveka means simply one sentence meaning, knowledge of Atma and Anatma is Viveka. Now, Vairāgyam is actually dispassion from pleasure, or Indriya, Sukham, or pleasure. And then Samadhi Shakka Sampata, Shama Ādi. That means there's 6. Shama Ādi Shak Sampata. So 6. Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Tidiksha, Shraddha, Sanātana. Shama means be able to control the mind. You want the mind to do what you want to do, not the mind tell you what to do. Then control of Indriya, Shama, Dhamma. Then Uparati is a natural withdrawal of both of this, mind and the Indriyas. So then Tidiksha. Tidiksha is to be able to withstand simple, minor afflictions, minor pain, be able to withstand it. Then Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, Tidiksha, Shraddha. Shraddha means be able to trust Guru and Shastra, Vishwasa. Once you get a Guru, and then you have to be able to trust his way that he shows. Not that you have to trust him, and then it's a trust-based religion or trust-based Vedanta and everything like that. But trust is required for us to learn. Once you learn, there is no difference between Guru and Shishya, because it becomes an experience rather than a belief. It's just not going to be a belief. It's like a self-experience. Then also one should trust the Shastra that Guru points out to you. Guru gives us to study. One should have Shraddha there that also. Then Shanti, Samadhana. Be able to control your anger, control your fluctuations in the mind, and be able to be in Shanti. So those are the Shat Sampata. Then Mumukshuttam. So Vivekaha, Vairāgyaha, Samadhi Shakka Sampata, then Mumukshuttam. These 4 qualifications are required. So he explains that. And then after that, we still need about 3-4 slokas before he go to the next section, where how do you approach a Guru? He said 3 things are very rare. One is Manushatvam. Be able to be not the human being, or human being not necessarily have this quality. Manushatvam is to think further than what is coming before you. When something comes before you, one should be able to think, hey, this is what I do, or this is not what I do. Should I do this? Should I not do it? Or should I do differently? These kinds of thoughts will come to someone who was a little wiser, intelligent people. And they would think also, what is the purpose of all the actions that I do? Where does it take me? These kinds of thoughts comes to only one who has a manushatva. Then once you understand that, then you say, well, how do I get out this bondage of life, birth and death again? Then you start inquiring it. That's one mumuksha. That is manushattam, mumukshattam. Then mahapurusha samshaya. Then of course you have to approach a guru to help you to go further. So that comes in after the 3-4 slokas. But few more slokas here. We can go there quickly because since we understand this philosophy so far. It says, Madhyama rupapi vairagyena shamadina prasadena guroseyam pravurdha suyate phalam Madhyama rupapi vairagyena shamadina prasadena guroseyam pravurdha suyate phalam. Even though this three, the yearning, freedom, through the grace of Guru, may be the fruit. That is Viveka and Manushatvam, Mumukshatvam, all that is there. But one should have the grace of the Guru out of all the three. That is very important. Then only that Viveka and Vairagya, all the Samadhi, Shakta, Sambhata, all those 4 gunas basically will give you results, will give you actual results. You have developed everything, but once to get the results, you have to get a mercy of a guru. That's what they say. So we can go further, but these are very simple. Vairagyam cha mumukshutvam trivam yasyatu vidyate tasminnevarthavandasyuhu phalavandasyamadayah. Vairagyam cha mumukshutvam trivam yasyatu vidyate tasminnevarthavandasyuhu phalavandasyamadayah. Now we know all the terminology. We know what Vairagyam is. We know what Vivekam is. So after the Vivekam means what? Vivekam is not here, but in order to understand Vivekam, Vairagam, we have to understand the Vivekam. Vivekam means that knowledge of Nitya Vastu and Anitya Vastu, or Atma and Anatma. For Vedantis, which are a little more advanced, you can say Atma and Anatma. Why? Nitya Vastu is only Atma. Anatma Vastu is this Prapancha. So we know that. So you can give more than meaning, depends on where where we are. So when Vairagya comes here, you will naturally have a dispassion to Anitya Vastu. That is Vairagya. Vairagya means that you're not anymore attracted to the Anitya Vastu, to acquire Anitya Vastu. What's the purpose? It's going to leave you anyway. So what's the purpose? So you want to be able to take care. You want to be able to understand what Nitya Vastu is and be in the Nitya Vastu, not even understanding. You want to experience the Nitya Vastu, not Anitya Vastu. So that is Vairagya. That leaving Anitya Vastu away, and not get any attachment to Anitya Vastu. That is Vairagya. Mumukshatvam we already know. Mumukshatvam, moksha icha mumukshatvam. Moksha icha means what? What is moksha? Moksha means that you have, first before you get mumukshutvam, you have to understand that you are suffering. What is the suffering? Common people can think, no, I am not suffering. I'm very fine. I'm fine. How are you, sir? I am fine. Well, we're not talking about that fine. We're talking about your life, the whole life itself. Take a look at that. In the whole life, we come to so many stages of our life where the sukha and dukkha are both there. We have some experience of sukha, some experience of dukkha. Oh, both are there. But when we think, why do I have this? Why do I need to suffer? What is the reason I'm suffering? Then we find out this is because of my karma bandha. I have some attachment. Karma bandha and my attachment. This is mine thought. I am thought because of ignorance of who really I am. The real nature of who I am is not there. That is why you have. Then once you understand this bondage that I am, and you understand because you're suffering due to the bondage, then you naturally want to get out of those. That's what mokshutam is. But then he says, vairagyam cha mokshutam tīvram yasya vidyate. So most people will have it, vairagyam. Because when they're suffering, you want to get out of the suffering. Most people will have it. But how strong is it? How strong the desire of getting out? How strong that you want to get out? That makes a lot of difference in the advancement of your if you're reaching the goal. So how tīvram yasyata vidyate tasminnevarthavantasya phalavanta shamadaya. Then only this the shama adeha will give you fruits, prayojana, and only give you results. Your desire of getting out this material life has to be strong. Then the shama and dhamma uparati and all this four different qualifications or shak sambati, all this here will give you actual results unless you have the desire to be very strong. That's what I want to do. Then they'll give you results. So there's also one. It's very, once you understand this terminology, these are very simple also. We can go ahead. Edayor mandata yatra viraktatva mumuksayo. Edayo mandayo yatra viraktatva mumuksayo. Marau sarilavattatra shamaderbhana matradam. Edayor mandada yatra. Edayor mandaya andada yatra viraktatva mumuksayo. Marau sarilavattatra shamaderbhana matradam. Say, however, this renunciation, yearning for the freedom, their calmness and other practices are mere appearance like a water in the desert. This vairagyam, tyagaha, and shamaha, all this. These three things. Either you are mandada yatra. So actually, this all qualifications, all this, like you said, the three, but exactly, but three comes from one to the other, right? Vivekam is directly connected with vairagyam. You cannot develop with vairagyam without vivekam. You cannot control, have the shama without the dhamma. All those here. So all the shama, the shakta, sambhata, all the four qualifications will not give you results. So one has to have, if it is mandata, if your mumukshuttam is mandata, not strong. To desire to get out, it's not strong. So it's just opposite to what was said previously. Previously said one should have a tīvra. And desire must be strong. Desire to get out of the material life need to be very strong. If it's not strong, all the qualifications you have developed will become waste. Therefore, then he says, no, but that is right. But also, If a mandada, can I slowly go? Yeah, slowly, he's not approving that. He says, no, it should not be slow. It had to be tivra. Yeah, yes. If it's tivra, I can go faster. What about mandada? Can I go slowly? No, he is not approving that because when there's a lot of distractions that's going to happen in the material life. So we may derail in the path of mumukshutvam. That's the issue. So in order to avoid that, he says, Yadayor mandadayatra viraktatva mumukshayoko. Virakti mumukshutvam. When this is mandada, then it's just not going to give us the results. It's like a mirror. It's water in the desert, he says here. You look at the desert, you say, this is water. I go drink it. When you go there, no, there's no water. It was just a mere thought. But he's discouraging us. He says, no, that's not going to do it. If you want to do it, you better get it. And that's what he's describing. You better have the strong desire. Then he says, moksha karana samagyam bhaktireva giriyasi surupānusantānam bhaktirityavidiyate. Moksha karana samagyam bhaktireva giriyasi surupānusantānam bhaktirityavidiyate. This is moksha karana samagyam bhaktireva giriyasi. So, but also he says, in order to get moksha, you need a bhakti. Bhakti, when there is a bhakti, then what happens here is you can go faster. Among this, it's conducive to liberation and devotion. Bhakti will help us in parallel with the jnana. That is why, that must be the reason why in Bhagavatam, jnana and bhakti jnana vairagya is very strongly stressed in Bhagavatam. It's not only jnana. Yeah, you have jnana, but how do you make the jnana work for you? Shankaracharya says, you can have all the samadhi shakti sampata. You can have the vivekaha, vairagyaha. But mumukshutvam is not strong, it's not going to help. Now here it says here, bhakti will help us. If we have the right kind of bhakti. Bhakti is also so many, right? So many different kinds. There's also Mantha Bhakti, Madhyama Bhakti, Uttama Bhakti, all that there. So when you develop the Uttama Bhakti in Bhagavatam, that is also described. What is Adama Bhakti? What is Madhyama Bhakti? What is Uttama Bhakti? All this very clearly described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Well, Uttama Bhakti is there. What is Uttama Bhakti is one will be able to see themselves in all living entities. One will be compassionate, not only compassionate. And the Madhyama Bhakti, you will have compassion. But Uttama Bhakti comes here, not only that you have compassion, your compassion comes from seeing you yourself in everything else. You don't see you different than the others. Then natural compassion comes. You don't need to develop any compassion. Or ahanta mamata is diminished or gone completely. That is only Madhyama Bhakti. That is what Bhagavatam approves of Uttama Bhakti. The one who has as a compassion to the others, one who give dhanam to the others, one who cares about the others, take care of the others who needs it. Those are all good habits. Good habit, good behavior. Bhagavatam approves those. That's good sattvika bhava. All that approves it. But having said that, but one who has a desire of getting out of the material world should realize who I am. And then one must be able to see him in all living entities. Then what happens is, that is called Uttama Bhakti. So similarly, here also, Shankaracharya also says, among the conducive to liberation, among all those things, conducive to liberation is Bhakti. Bhakti holds supreme place, higher place. That's what it says. So, moksha karana samagriyam bhaktireva giriyasi swaswarupanusandhanam. Swaswarupanusandhanam. That's what he calls bhakti is. You see you in everything. So Swarupa Anusandhana, when you see yourself who it is, Swaswarupa. What is Swaswarupa? Satchidananda Rupa. That's Swaswarupa. When you understand your Swarupa, what is your Swarupa? You are not this body, you're not this mind, you are the pure Atma. When you understand that, immediately you see you in everything. You do not see difference in one to the other. That is the bhakti he is talking about. When Swaswarupanusandhanam bhakti that type of bhakti is going to be, is conducive to liberation. Then it will also help us. So it's very nice so far. Then he's going to the next section. So far what we have learned is how critical is a pre-qualifications required for moksha. For moksha means what? Atyantika dukkha nivarana. How do you get this atyantika dukkha nivarana? Purna sukha prapti or parama sukha prapti. How do you get that? So in order to do it, before you can get that, certain qualifications are required. That qualification is called Sādhana-catuṣṭaya. Sādhana-catuṣṭaya, we learned that actually Sādhana-catuṣṭaya, Vivekaha, Vairagyaha, Samadhi-shakka-sampatta, Mumukshutvam. And then he explains each one of them. Then he says, having attained everything else but the Mumukshutvam has to be tīvra. That means strong desire. If it's mandata, it's not going to help you. That's what it says. Then what happens? If it's tīvra, you naturally will approach to a guru. Then guru will guide you. Now, from sloka 32 to 71, he will explain the guru. Who is a guru? What is the important? How do you approach a guru? What is a guru will tell you? And then to guru, what do you ask guru? So many issues that we have in our life, right? So many sukha, dukkha, so many things that we have in our life. That we can ask a guru to help us. No, that's not what you ask. Acharya will teach us what you should ask a guru. Acharya will teach us how do you approach a guru? What should be your question? And explain to you. And Acharya will also tell you what type of guru, who should be the guru. There's so many gurus, there are so many people prepared to teach, but which one will be helpful for you? Those things are also explained in from sloka 32 to 71. So we will study in the next session. So we will study these sessions. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kachchid Dukkha Bhavet Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. And see you in the next session.